hello Glue Troopers, Max and Max's Models. And for the first time in 15 or 20 years, I lighted a model. It was the Seaview. Using that little lighting kit made it pretty easy. And the only problem I ran into was I had put in a piece of structure at the recommendation of some Glue Troopers to give a little interior detail. And unfortunately, although it looked great, although you really could only barely see it, but it got in the way, so I had to remove it. Maybe it'll go back in at some point. And then I got all the, you can see where it's actually getting in the way of the wire right there, but I did get everything wired into place finally. And the sail, which people call the conning tower, of course, was really the tricky part. And just because of the tight fit and everything, and I had to leave the LED sticking out a little bit so I could make sure the paint didn't get over them. I got it all taped off and everything, got it ready to go prime. I wanted to put a couple of lights in the back of the tail like they have in the show, but there was no place to run the wire so they wouldn't show without doing a whole lot more work than I really wanted to on what's frankly a fairly basic kit. And to be honest, not the best fitting kit I ever put together. I mean, it's not hard to build, but you're going to do some shaving and fitting and stuff. Yeah, no biggie. And so once everything taped off, covered up, and put together, went off and got it primed. And unfortunately, when I primed it, I was surprised to see the first time I did it that the primer bubbled up in a lot of places. And so I, sanded it down and cleaned it mostly with isopropyl and tried again. And the second time the primer took without any problem. I guess maybe with some old mold release agent on there or something. Maybe I just didn't shake it well enough. Who knows? So second time was a charm. And then, of course, got it painted and then the acid test. And the lights worked just fine. And I was really, really happy with it. I decided to go ahead and make the top lights the red and green, port and starboard lights, which looks cool. This thing's up close. You can tell they bulge out just a little bit. Couldn't quite get the wires to see all the way in there. And next time, a little more pre-planning. I was so excited to get a lit model working. Worked kind of quick on it. Still not finished. I got the props drying. They'll probably get them on and finish it off tomorrow. And then it was off for a couple of impromptu diorama ideas because we all knew this was going to happen. And it's really kind of cool. I've got it on a benign observation patrol. It's not attacking or anything. Of course, having Shin Godzilla would be a little tricky, but then again, if you leave him alone, maybe he'll leave you alone. Remember, he didn't really go total dark side on everybody until they started shooting at him. But anyway, all kinds of cool ideas of things we can do, and it does look nice lit up. What I do is I just slide. I've got some wax holding the upper tail fins in place. They just slide off. There's the button. Click it on, click it off, and slide them back, and it just sticks into place. But little green screen, crop it down, and remove the background. Give it a background, remove the green, and boom, there you go. All kinds of cool ideas. There's just different things you can do with your models. So, of course, this is just very quick and dirties. I broke up going between projects. The other project, of course, as you know, is the de Havilland DH-10A. I did finally get the last strut in place. Now remember, the top is not glued into place. And there was no way to get the engine struts on because they only glue at the top. There's no mounting pins on the bottom. They're flush fits. So I went ahead and just pre-wired them. And when I get the wing off, I'll glue them into place and let them harden. They go on the inside of the engine nacelles, and I'll worry about that when I get to it. Also got to figure out how I'm going to rig some of the stuff that doesn't go to the bottom wing strut, but actually goes in the side of the engine. I might have to get very small pin vise needles or something to work on that. And or I might use stretched sprue for those. We'll see as we proceed. And while we're on that subject, got the engines finished and also got the propellers done, which are a little trickier to paint than you'd think. Trying to get a straight, perfectly horizontal edge on a curving propeller is a little tricky. But it's all done, and I've got the face plates already set up with the props, so they're going to go on last because I want to be able to rig without the propellers being in the way. And this way they hopefully, of course, still rotate. So that's where everything is setting to harden overnight, and hopefully tomorrow we'll get a chance to get back on it. So that was the day. You guys take care of yourselves. Hope you're having a wonderful day of building. We'll talk to you later, and as always, model on.